Welcome in to this Tuesday edition Oxford Exxon podcast. Blue Sky Live for you this morning. Chase Parham, Neal, McCready, Clark Ford Studio. Ole Miss baseball tonight in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. They've returned to Pete Taylor Park for the first time since the 2022 Super Regional when the Rebels advanced to the College World Series. This time they need it, don't need it in a different way. I don't know. We might discuss that a little bit today. They are headed there, then straight to Baton Rouge for a series beginning Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They obviously won't come back. They'll go straight to Baton Rouge from Hattiesburg tonight. Some college football content, some college athletics content coming for you today. Neal's Thunder got one last night.
Didn't watch a single dribble.
Did you not?
Nope.
Purposefully?
I just went to bed. I was exhausted.
Really?
I didn't feel good. I went to bed at 8:30.
Wow.
30.
I actually didn't give them much chance when I went to bed. The Mavs were kind of dominating early, and then I saw the score and I woke up this morning. So all that and more coming up here today on the show. Show brought to you every day by Blue Skies throughout Mississippi. You know, by now, there's a lot of Sweet Daddy locations with those as well. So if you need ribs, pulled pork, lunch specials, sides, vegetables, desserts, all those things, let Sweet Daddies and the Blue Sky locations help you out. The epicenter down in Macomb. They're out North Mississippi as well. In Oxford with the Oxford Exxon, 569, couple sides bread, any size, fountain drink, and more. And again, coming to you from the Clark Ford Studio.
We are Clark Ford's, excuse me, this is going to be a day. Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900. Call that number, ask for our buddy Corey. Corey will get a quote to you within 15 minutes in business hours, right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get your quote. The rest up to you. You can shop it around, or you can do what I've done, what I recommend that you do, and that's hop into a Clark Ford today, 662-257-1900. Guests join on the Campbell Clinic hotline. The Campbell Clinic is in Oxford now, 2608 South Lamar Boulevard, Suite 102. Just across the street from the cottages at Hooper Hollow, the Campbell Clinic provides full-service orthopedic care, everything from sports medicine to foot and ankle surgery to spine, total joint care, pediatric orthopedics, physical therapy, and more. To book an appointment, go to campbellclinicoxford.com or call 901-759-3111. Walk-ins always welcome at the Campbell Clinic, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
A little football, a little baseball going on. You just got a cold? What is it?
I hope that's all it is. Yeah, I'm sure it's one of those deals. If I don't feel better by tomorrow, I'll go get a shot.
Try to knock it out.
That'll be that.
You are pretty good about being proactive with that. You will go get it out of the way. You don't linger on it for 3 or 4 days.
No, if it hangs for a day, I just go get a shot.
Impatience and not feeling well in the whole thing.
What's the point?
You know you're going to, so might as well go ahead and bite the bullet, right?
During 2 weeks when you can just go get a Z-Pack and a shot and be done with it.
Yeah, that is the bigger question is you're not going to get superstitious and stop watching the series now, right? That would hurt your own entertainment. I mean, come on.
I don't know.
That
thought crossed my mind.
Did it really?
When I saw that they won, I'm like, well, I probably can't watch the next game. So I probably will not watch tomorrow night.
They have to lose one to get you back.
I mean, if they lose one more, they're not winning.
Well, that's a good point.
So if I don't watch tomorrow night.
So if they win the next 10 in a row, you'll never watch a game the rest of the postseason. I mean,
if I don't watch tomorrow night and they win.
You definitely would not watch game 6.
I can't watch again. So I'll be done. Which is fine, frankly.
This one feels actually more. You're completely avoiding what you've like.
No, I'm not trying to get out of the trip. I will be on the trip Monday.
Yeah, he'll go.
If I have a pulse, I will be on the trip.
Yeah, he'll
Monday.
go.
There's none of that.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I love sports fans because we're realistically having this conversation, and the whole point of being a sports fan is to follow your team and watch your team.
Yep.
And yet, when something goes a little awry that potentially makes it where maybe you not watching had an impact, you take away the primary thing that is the purpose of having the fandom to begin with.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
For me with this team, I don't have any championship aspirations for this team. It's not like I'm thinking this team has to win a title for it to be a success.
So if this was the last dance, so to speak, you would be you would be more inclined to whatever.
And by the way, I'm shocked more of you guys aren't. That's not triggering to some of you guys because it would trigger me if all.
Especially just knowing Ole Miss fans, like how is that?
Well,
not,
if all
like,
the Thunder guys were talking Last Dance, I'd be like, wait, what? Who's? Someone know something? No, I mean it's a young team. Like at a minimum, we'll see. They've played 8 postseason games. They're going to play at least 2 more. So they will have played at least 10 playoff games, including a handful of games that are super tight. That's going to help them moving forward. They don't, unless they voluntarily lose somebody, they're not losing anyone. So this same group will basically play together.
Most random thing in the world real quick, and then I'll actually get into some sports. But I saw this morning that the United States 10 most popular male and female baby names for 2023 were announced this morning.
Okay.
The same winners 5 years in a row. We are 5 years in a row of the number one male name and number one girl name.
We got Caden, Aiden.
None of those are on the entire list.
Jackson.
For the males. Nope. Close,
Paxson. Thaxton. Braxton.
And then,
what else we got?
because the list is not completely female, it's not all double names. Because sorry, not all Southern. It's not all double names on the right side.
Mary Grace.
Yeah, we had Carly Ann's program on, and Carly Ann obviously, but like we had the program on Friday, and like on her little group or whatever, there was like one. I was like, Betsy messed it up. We were all double names except for the one on the list right there. Liam and Olivia are number one for the 5th year in a row, male and female in the United States.
And Olivia's a really classy name.
It's a good name.
Can't miss on that. I don't hate Liam.
2 to 10. For males, Noah, Oliver, James, Elijah, Mateo, Theodore, Henry, Lucas, and William. 2 to 10, male side.
All right, run through those again. I'll tell you which one surprised me.
Noah.
A little surprising.
Oliver.
A little surprising.
James.
No, of course.
Elijah.
No, I can see that one. That one has gained some traction over the years.
Mateo. I mean, we're not all like wasps.
Yeah,
so sure.
It's
all good.
It's a good name.
Theodore.
A little surprised by Theodore, honestly.
A lot of Teds running around here in a few years. Henry.
No. I'm a little surprised
by
Henry.
Henry.
Yeah.
Really?
I like the name Henry, but I'm surprised that's
pretty traditional name.
Yeah, I'm just a little surprised.
Lucas.
No, I'm not surprised by that one.
And then William.
Yeah, of course.
If it's ever not in the top, whatever, then whatever. Female 2 to 10. Emma.
Okay.
Charlotte. That has had a comeback.
Yeah, it's a good name.
Amelia.
Yeah, because you can call her Emmy. Mm-hmm.
Sophia.
It's a classy name.
Yeah. Mia. Interesting, that's just the full name. It's
surprised.
Not called, but just a Mia.
A little surprising.
That's number 6.
Hard to shorten that.
Isabella.
Yeah. Again, you can nickname it.
You can do a lot with that.
Mm-hmm.
Ava.
Yeah, that's good.
AVA.
Mm-hmm. AVA, not EVA.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, not Eva. Ava. Evelyn, number 9.
Okay. A little surprised that one because that one kind of almost has feels old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Luna, number 10.
Luna.
Luna.
Huh.
That is correct.
Wow. That's a new one. I don't hate it.
No. It's fine. So that's what we have today. Yeah, I mean, Mark's got a point. Like, there are names that have, like, aged out. I mean, yeah, you don't hear, he says Florence, Mildred, or Norma anymore.
Yeah, my grandmother was named Mildred. We talked about Mildred and going with Millie, but then we didn't do it. She died when Laura was pregnant with Campbell, and we talked about it briefly.
Mm-hmm. I like Charlotte.
Yeah, I like Charlotte.
Yeah, that's a good name. They're going through the strain. If I had been a girl, I was going to be Megan Christina.
I can't remember what I was going to be.
Yeah,
I've been told, but I don't. It's been a minute since I heard that.
I did not intentionally name Carly Ann and Clark with the same initials, but it happened.
Oh,
I didn't do it on purpose, even though it was just naming after people and the way it kind of happened. And then I will give, like, your parents ask for stuff like the pro tip. We've probably said this 1,000 times. Be aware that when you call your kid the middle name, every teacher throughout their entire life is going to call them the wrong name. Yep. So be aware of that. As someone who grew up with them going, Anthony or Tony.
Yep.
I'm going, well, no. Like, is that a nickname? No, it's just my middle name.
I've done it my whole life. Done it my whole life with anything like passports, anything like that. It's a mess.
Why do you think about that shortening? Tupelo says, have a niece named Charlotte. We call her Charlie. Yeah.
Huh.
I guess you can do Charlotte into Charlie.
You can do what you want.
Ability for nicknames a big factor.
Yeah, because you go with Izzy for Isabel.
Yeah.
And then she can go back to Isabel later. But she can be Izzy when she's a kid.
Had they called you Michael, would you have shortened it to Mike as you got older?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to say because I was Neal from minute one.
I'm just curious. Okay. Yeah, I just found all that interesting. That's all. I don't have to bore you guys with it.
No.
It was one of the things I saw this morning, and Leo and Olivia, number one on both sides. Just quick, and I'll get into some football stuff because I do have some football stuff. Ole Miss, Southern Miss tonight. I've seen varying, almost like a 180 from people on mattering, not mattering, where it stands. In a normal year where, when I say normal year, where Ole Miss has not lost so many non-conference games and an overall record looks like what it's looking like right now, 27-24 is where they are sitting. I would say it doesn't really matter. They're because the RPI is good. The RPI is not going to get hurt by losing to Southern Miss. And you're just trying to win enough SEC games for the committee to put you in. That is where you're sitting.
Yeah.
But I do have a little bit of a math problem here when I start looking at it.
Okay.
And it's what I mentioned yesterday, is you're 27-24. You lose tonight, you're 27-25.
Yes.
You even give you 2 in Baton Rouge because you need that anyway to make this a conversation.
So 29-26.
That's 29-26
okay.
At that point. And even give you one, you got to win on Tuesday in Hoover for what I'm saying to matter.
Oh, I know where you're going. So they win on Tuesday.
They're 30-26.
Lose Wednesday, Thursday.
They're 30-28. You're over, you're fine, but it is a flimsy overall situation when you start looking at who they lost to.
Well, look, unless they're winning on Sunday in Hoover, there's going to be a certain degree of.
But you do need Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, I guess my point is I'm almost caulking myself into when you win Tuesday, do you need another, I don't know, it starts getting funny. And look, all this may not matter a damn bit. The committee might be looking at us right now going, you idiots, if they get to 13, I don't care what the hell they do in Hoover, they're in today.
It's kind of what I think.
The bubble sucks. They got a bunch of wins. We're putting them in.
Well, their metrics are really good. I think if they win 2 in Baton Rouge, they're almost certainly getting in. If they don't, you can only have but yourself to blame. If you're 13-17 and you're 30-28 and you don't make the tournament, it's hard to go, the committee just screwed us, man.
Yeah, no, you don't.
But I do think they get in that scenario.
Skin of teeth, 3 seed, wherever.
Yeah, they're going to be a 3 seed anywhere. Even if they go win Hoover, they're going to be a 3 seed.
Yeah,
you don't have a mediocre regular season and get rewarded because you had a good week. That doesn't happen, nor should it. But I think if they get to 13-17, if they win 2 this weekend, I think they're getting in. And I don't think Hoover's going to matter because, again,
no team has ever done it.
Well, we do this every year. They're a committee, and they've got all these rules, and they start putting teams places. You can't wait till Sunday and go, all right, you guys ready, Fred?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. No, you're kind of doing it.
They got a big board, and they start.
So you do the 16, you do the 8, and you do the 16, and you're like, okay, they're SEC, so we can't send them here. And they put them somewhere as a 3, and then they're like, all right, just leave it there.
It's fine.
Well, because if you take them away,
you got to move somebody else, and here we go.
Yeah, so I get it, 100%. So I think if they get to 13, they're in. I think if they don't get to 13, it gets really difficult. Barring winning in Hoover.
Barring getting to 13 and winning on Tuesday, again, I'm just reiterating, and we're going to move on. They will have to. They'll be bucking history to get in those circumstances. A 12-win SEC team, 12-18 team has never gotten in.
Yeah. And
a 13-win team without a midweek conference win or a win in Hoover has never gotten in.
Well, do your math again. Let's say they lose. They lose tonight and only win 1 in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, 27-26.
So now you win on Tuesday, and then you lose twice.
You're 28-28.
It's just probably not happening. And at that point, again, you can't gnash teeth and scream again off the top of the rooftop about how you got mistreated.
Mm-hmm.
You just be short.
Yeah.
What's interesting to me about it is that you've got Ole Miss, you got Florida, you got LSU. You've got some of these teams that their metrics are pretty good. They're big names in a sport that needs the big names.
Sure.
It's not the basketball tournament where it doesn't matter who the hell's playing in the first round. Everybody's watching. You need big names. I mean, you're going to leave them all out?
Yeah, we're not taking LSU, Vanderbilt, Florida, or Ole Miss, but we're going to go take
whoever.
Yeah.
Again, that's my point.
Stetson and William and Mary and
I think they'll go with the bigger brands.
That's why you kind of looked at the softball thing and went, yeah, okay.
I didn't even blink an eye.
Yeah, go put all the teams
You need
in.
names. People don't know the players.
Yeah.
So you see SEC schools and you go, okay.
Hey, softball's kind of got it figured out. 2 hours, good product, put the big names in, and let's play the tournament.
Yes.
On ESPN.
100%.
Okay, cool.
So
Sweet.
the reason to get better ratings.
Yeah. Speaking of Southern Miss, their AD, Jeremy McClain, very well liked inside Mississippi. He's a new member of the Division I baseball selection committee starting next season. So a Mississippi person on the list. I need to pull it up. Somebody that would know had told me yesterday there's no current SEC representation on the committee. I do not know that either way, but I was told that.
Feels odd.
It does feel odd, isn't it?
It's very typical NCAA. We're going to force something, by God.
The Mountain West commissioner, by God, is on here, but yeah, like
I mean, what 3 leagues play this sport? The Big 12, the SEC, and the ACC.
Put them in charge.
Put them in charge. Let them run it.
Again, you're not shocked at all.
No, at all. No, I mean, I'm kind of. It's one of the. It's another part of the whole Ole Miss story from 2 years ago that's sort of shocking. Is that I think you usually see this when you see the brackets come out. It's almost like the design is completely on let's get as few SEC teams as possible, because if we don't do this, they're going to end up with 6.
So you mash them together in supers, and
you just do everything you can to manipulate something to screw them. Hey, let's match up Tennessee and Wake.
Yeah. Well, like last year, Kentucky played LSU in the supers.
Yeah.
And I feel like there might have been one more too. Now that I'm doing that in my head,
they just do a lot of that, and it feels like it's by design. I will go ahead and give people a pre-warning. I don't know how long it's going to take them. We're having to have pretty major work done on the 2 upstairs bathrooms up here. Today is demo day, so it's probably going to get loud at times. Is what it is.
Demo day.
Demo day.
So what's it going to be like?
We'll probably hear it in a few minutes. They're probably going to start hammering some tiles. Yeah. I know this will be shocking, but we discovered that a lot of the things in the bathrooms upstairs were not installed properly.
Oh, really?
Years ago.
So we're fixing it now?
It has to be fixed.
Okay.
Or else things are going to start falling through
ceilings.
Really? Yeah.
No kidding?
Seriously.
Men's golf currently tied for 4th in their...
This is my summer vacation, by the way, happening out here right now.
Oh, this?
Yes.
This is where that budget went?
Yeah, so if
okay.
You see me just pull out some suntan lotion or something, you'll know. I'm just enjoying my vacation. Enjoying my trip to the beach right here.
Well, you get a trip next week.
That's true.
I doubt it's to the beach.
I don't think it's to the beach.
No. Do you have any more guesses?
I don't. I'm mentally prepared for a long layover and a long flight.
I don't think he would tell me anyway, but I've intentionally not asked because I want to be surprised too. So I'm just avoiding the question with dear Siski. Men's golf 4th in their regional after the first day. Again, you only have to be the top 5. There's no preference to 1 versus 5 as far as what happens at the next round. They have a 6-shot lead currently on not advancing, if you will. So they are 6 shots ahead of whoever is in number 6, the 6th place. I think
they play 3 rounds.
They do. Yeah, I think UCLA is in 6th, if I have that right. Illinois got really hot. They are currently winning the regional. Stanford is in 2nd on their home course. Florida State is in 3rd, and then Ole Miss and Texas A&M are currently tied for 4th in the field. Last I saw, the only other SEC team in their regional was Missouri, and they were scuffling pretty good. I know nothing about men's golf and how good Missouri is or isn't. My guess is that's not one of their strong suits based off the weather, but I don't know. So Illinois 17 under, Florida State 13 under, Stanford 11 under, and Ole Miss and A&M tied at 9 under par. Both those 2 teams would advance if it ended today. Yeah, UCLA 3 under, Augusta 1 under, and UNLV 1 over is where things are sitting right now, and everybody else would have to really get hot. I mean, Ole Miss has a 14-shot lead on SMU. And for Ole Miss, you got to be feeling pretty good right now. Michael Asasso has their worst score of the 5 scores.
Oh.
So they're in contention to advance, even with him being 4 shots worse than anybody else on their team yesterday.
He'll probably rebound.
Probably so. So when he's the scorer not counting and you're in pretty good shape, that's good. They play 5 players, 4 scores count. Top 4 scores count at the end of the 3 rounds for the 9 golf people, which would probably a large contingent of you listening right now.
So, certainly college golf.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Golfstat.com is where you can also follow the event if you so wish there for that. Kai Meeks and Tom Fisher kind of leading Ole Miss yesterday, I believe, for the 2. All right. We'll get into some football in a second. I'll tell you about Prime Shrimp, primeshrimp.com. A lot of different flavors available for you. Everything from their new soy ginger. They've got their best sellers, the signature, the orange-style barbecue. It's a couple of my favorites. They're great for dinners, great for lunches, great for quick protein snacks and more. I know you got a lot going on. Summer's getting here. Got babysitters, you got games, got travel ball, got all kind of stuff. Let Prime Shrimp take care of dinner for you because they deliver directly to your door. Freezer to plate in fewer than 10 minutes. Restaurant-quality shrimp from the New Orleans-based company. We're going to make it a little cheaper on you. You buy 5 pouches or more, 25% off with code RG. So, again, that is code RG, Prime Shrimp, 25% more, 25% off with 5 pouches or more at primeshrimp.com.
I'm probably going to keep my ads pretty short today. I apologize to advertisers. Talking is a little problematic in spots, and we'll save it. So, brought to you by Seago Wealth Management. They sponsor my 10 Weekend Thoughts, which were posted yesterday morning. If you are looking for just a retirement game plan, really, get in touch with Andrew Seago. Seago Wealth Management. You can meet him at his office in Collierville. You can schedule a Zoom from anywhere. It's rebelsretire.com. Monday, June the 3rd, Oxford Park Commission will start signups for youth flag football, baseball, softball, volleyball, and soccer. Your children will be able to play all sports thanks to the new format. Allows all sports to play concurrently with various sports playing on different nights of the week. Go to oxfordparkcommission.com, create an account, or contact OPC Community Relations Director John Davis at oxfordparkcommission.com for additional information. We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating, different names, same great people, products, and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding area, call Comer, 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, Memphis, or the surrounding area, call Southern, 662-429-4429. You've got until tomorrow to register for the Lane Kiffin signed Grove Collective football at the College Corner in Oxford. It's right off of Sisk Avenue in the Oxford Commons. More than 4,000 square feet of the best Rebel gear. Plenty of parking available to have you in and out and ready for your next stop in no time. Also, 2 locations in the Jackson area, and you can go online at collegecornerstore.com. Also brought to you by Argent Wealth, formerly Pinnacle. When you work with Argent Wealth's 401k advisory services team, you gain a valuable advisory team and time-saving resource that will help you develop and maintain a solid strategy for your retirement plan. They're committed to providing you with the personalized attention and involvement that you want and need. Their goal is to help you manage your 401k plan properly and ultimately improve your employees' retirement readiness. It's myargentwealth.com.
Just a quick thing from ESPN here that I noticed. Ole Miss, they're ranking future offense and quarterbacks inside the country for college football. Ole Miss coming in at number 11. It says their 2024 future quarterback power ranking is 7th nationally. Their 2023 future offense power ranking was 18 when they did that a year ago. And their quick version, other than Ohio State and Miami, no team without a new coach had a splashier offseason in Ole Miss, which added key pieces to an already strong roster. The Rebels are set up for a CFP push this season. It will be higher in a 1-year projection. The only questions are what the offense will look like after 2024 and whether Lane Kiffin is still in the SIP or somewhere else like Florida. That's just thrown in there as a random
Who wrote this?
I'll look in a second. I don't know. I'll scroll up. Quarterback Jackson Dart, blah, blah, blah. They'll hand it off to Walker Howard or Austin Simmons, blah, blah, blah. Talks about all the players, blah, 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 including some guys coming next year, Kevin Broussard and more. So
that weekend and that week leading up to the Florida games got all the potential of just
Adam Rittenberg, ESPN senior writer.
Yeah.
That's playing into the Last Dance thing that you're talking about.
It is.
You're just surprised that more Ole Miss fans are not wondering if Kiffin has individual thoughts on that as well as just most of the team is leaving after 2024. That is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, if you are familiar with the Last Dance story, part of the whole thing was everybody knew that the ownership was breaking up the team after that season, and this was the last dance. So why not win it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the narrative.
Sure.
That's the storyline. Everyone was in on it, including Phil Jackson, who was the head coach. He knew, hey, guys, we're not coming back. In fact, it was a story throughout the season when he said, I'm not coming back. This is my last year with the Bulls.
And I guess that's what I mean is that Ole Miss.
And Michael Jordan said, if Phil's not coming back, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
And then you had all these other guys that said, well, if Michael's not here, we won't be here either.
Yeah.
So it was the last dance.
I guess it's an interesting point because Ole Miss fans, which typically can get paranoid about anything in the world, there has been very little thought put into or paranoia regarding Kiffin being involved in the last dance, not just Dart and Harris and Priestcorn and Pegues and the players that have created and moved this slogan along throughout the offseason.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
I mean, not that Lane would do this, but at no point is Lane going, hey, look, the whole last dance thing is about the players because they're out of eligibility. They all came back for this. They could have gone to the NFL. They could have gotten in the portal and gone somewhere, but they came here to play together one last time. But again, it's not his responsibility to do that, and I don't fault him for it.
No.
But I can tell you that if Ole Miss is 9-1.
Oh, if at the bare minimum, that is going to be a media storyline that just inflames and bursts that week.
Yeah, if Ole Miss is 9-1 and Florida is something where Billy Napier has either already been fired or is very clearly going to be fired, you're going to read a whole lot of headlines that week. Prepare yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And the media will write about it, and Lane will get asked about it because you have to ask. And Lane's answer will probably be quite vague because it always is. And that's going to feed into more of it. And so you can just get as mad as you want to get. But it's everybody doing their jobs. And it's one of those things where there's...
Will it be different if Napier's not fired yet?
It depends on what Florida's record is.
Well, bad, but he's not out yet.
No.
Because, look, they're losing all those games.
I mean, if it's obvious that they're going to have a 5-7 season, he's not surviving 5-7. And the game's in Gainesville, and if you're covering Florida and you know the coach is out and he's either already out or he's going to be out.
Sure.
You're not, hey, can Florida make it to the Weed Whacker Bowl? That's not a storyline. That's not getting clicks. What would get clicks? Hey, guess who's coming to town?
Could that be?
Could it be?
Could it be?
And if I were a Florida beat writer in that scenario, hell, I might write it too.
The columnist goes, got
to write something.
Look what Lane did in Oxford. Woo boy. He likes Florida.
And look, you and I both know. I'm just laying it out there.
Gainesville ain't the beach, but it ain't that far away.
I'm just laying it out there.
Sure.
It's coming. If it goes bad at Florida and they announce that Napier's out or that it becomes obvious and someone goes, here are 6 names to watch, I'll tell you what picture they're running.
Urban Meyer.
Well, that would be a candidate, but it would be way down the list.
I guess, yeah. I mean, full circle.
And again, let me be clear, not to interrupt you.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not in any shape, form, or fashion saying that Lane Kiffin would take the Florida job. I have no freaking idea. Okay? I'm just telling you, I've done this long enough to know what's coming.
Oh, please let Florida hire Deion Sanders. Please.
No way.
Oh, God. Please.
No way.
There is no chance.
No chance.
Scott ain't doing that.
I mean, no. That's like asking, hey, on Christmas morning, can I wake up 20 years younger? No, It's not happening. Not a chance. 0.0% chance. You know me, I'm not a never guy.
But I know enough about Scott Strickland and that job
Never.
to go, no, I'm good. No.
So
I don't know what their list will or will not be. But
he won't be on it.
No. That's funny. Did you see the thing? It was in the Athletic somewhere. Oh, maybe our boy 40 wrote it. About whether Jim Phillips can succeed being a nice guy. Did you see this?
I did not.
The ACC commissioner. The ACC got a lot of problems going on right now. Struggling pretty good, as you would as you can ascertain from the Florida State deal, the Clemson deal, the whole whatever. Big profile on whether an idealist can guide a conference through today's, quote, cutthroat landscape of college athletics.
Oh, it's fair.
They're from 40. I mean, it actually sort of is fascinating. He's known as this sort of, hey, everybody just sort of play nice in the sandbox type. Let's all get along. Nice guy. I mean, because here's the truth. College football specifically, college athletics, they eat up nice guys a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to be a nice guy because everyone is Brutus and got the knife in the back and the whole deal, and like it's difficult.
Well, frankly, if you talk to some people in college athletics right now, they'll tell you that you're going to see more and more people going to their alma maters to work.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have the emotional attachment to it, they look at this and go, this is stupid.
Yeah. I've heard from most people going, hey, I'd only do it here because I care. Like, I wouldn't put up with all this just for a job somewhere else.
Because they look at it and go, this is idiotic.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
100%.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. I mean, it says the burning question for the ACC is whether they blah, blah, blah. Former Duke men's basketball coach Mike Krzyzewski tells 40 his values as a leader are needed, but it's a really tough time. People in the ACC have not been forthright in expressing their agendas. They have hidden agendas. Fans will be amazed at all the stuff that's secretly happening in our conference. Said it finally came to fruition with Florida State, but they're not the only one looking at different things. It's a hell of a job right now. Phillips sends congratulatory messages to every ACC athlete of the week in every sport and sends messages of support or celebration to coaches and ADs after tough wins and losses. 40 notes that some within the league see such interpersonal pleasantries as a sign he's focused on the wrong things. One AD said, I don't think SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey is spending time sending out those emails. Jim is incredibly nice, and he believes that being nice will get you where you need to go, but it's not the same as having a strategy. You got to be so strategic and aggressive in this business. Still others defend Phillips, including Pittsburgh AD Heather Lyke, who says he shifted the mentality in regards to football while maintaining everything that's great about ACC basketball. Instead of being humble and how great we've been, we're starting to go ahead and brag a little bit.
The only thing I'd push back on the Sankey part. I was reading Siski's name. Sankey's part. Actually, I think he probably does do a lot of that. He was somewhere, at the risk of it starting a line of jokes, Arkansas won the outdoor track and field championship again.
Sure, yeah.
And I think he made a point of being there to award it and all that stuff. And
oh, really?
I just kind of think that's who he is. As for the other part, I don't know. Look, it's not about having a damn strategy. You don't have any leverage. You don't have the ability to create the money. I mean, unless he can go plant some money trees, what's he going to do?
Yeah, this is the Tyson thing. They have now been punched in the mouth. So now what is your plan? Like, sorry. I mean, you can plan all you want to, but when your people don't want to be there and you have no money and you're not in one of those two leagues.
Yeah.
Because having a plan at this point is admitting, hey, we're not one of you, so now what is the next best? Because Brett Urmark with the Big 12 done a hell of a job with that. He went, hey, whoa, no, okay. I really would like to be at that table, but I can't be at that table. But can I get a big plate of food and sit at the other table?
Yeah. Can I consistently win the bronze medal?
Yeah. Where
I get to be on the medal stand at the ceremony.
Yeah. I'll make the magazine cover.
They're never singing my song, but
we're okay.
I'm look at me.
Mm-hmm. Well, Phillips doesn't do that.
If you look hard enough, it kind of looks gold.
Yeah, the ACC doesn't go that route.
Shit changes. Change is coming. I mean, they're not going to survive it. They're not. The league's not going to make it. Maybe they make it 2 more years, 4 more years, 6 more years, but they're not making it long term.
6 years.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. You have publicly 2 of your biggest schools publicly saying they want out. Privately, 4, 5, 6 others want out. They want to go Big Ten, SEC, and Big Ten, SEC are kind of like, hey, wait a minute. We just want to see what this looks like when the new TV deals kick in.
Mm-hmm.
And the TV partners are like, hey, let's just see what it looks like. Let's see what the numbers look like. Because there's no guarantees for anybody long term. What do the numbers look like? Do the numbers stay strong? Do the numbers start to fall off as older people move on and younger people who don't do as much live sports watching are the primary audience? I don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows.
Kyle, thanks for Super Chat. Says, do you have any interest in the Field of Dreams game in Birmingham? And is Nate Oates the best basketball coach in the SEC? I mean, Oates is in the conversation.
Yeah, he's in the mix, certainly. Best? I don't know. I don't know how you do that, honestly.
They're not at equal jobs, and it's hard to now do this.
Is he the one guy I'd want today?
Is he who you would pick if you just could grab an SEC coach for your generic basketball team?
For right now.
Yeah. Today's climate. Today. Right now.
I'd be way up there. I mean, it'd be him, Pearl. I'm trying to.
That's about. It's not Cal, and frankly,
no,
frankly, Beard's got to show NIL ability at this point.
Yeah, Beard has not done it in this era yet. Yeah. I mean, at the risk of getting laughed at, it would be. I think it'd be Oates, Pearl. I think you'd have to consider Rick Barnes because he's done really, really well.
Sure. And he's maintained.
No joke when I say this, Todd Golden. I like him. I think he's really good.
I think he is the best of that young group and that class with those guys. It's not Buzz.
Porter Moser done really well at Oklahoma.
Now,
he's done really well at Oklahoma.
Kind of forgot that.
Yeah, I mean, Oates would probably be my. I probably would take Pearl. He's the most versatile, but Oates is damn good.
He is. You've talked about this a lot, about how when you had a coaching search, you just call a bunch of people and see what they thought. That task taken to the nth degree here. I was reading this morning. Kansas AD Travis Goff, who's done a really good job hiring coaches to this point during his tenure. He hired Lance Leipold, obviously, who's been a phenomenal coach there, leaving Buffalo, and then now at Kansas, turned the Jayhawks around. He hired Dan Fitzgerald, who was at Dallas Baptist for a long time. He was at LSU for a season as well as a baseball coach. He's done a good job at Kansas for that. And he told somebody yesterday that they being Kansas, call every head coach of the top 50 to 75 programs in Division I, and then call every head coach at the high end of Division III and the high end of Division II with the exact number depending on the sport and need in doing so. Said it accomplishes several things. You're getting some insights. You're getting some recommendations on what we need to do to invest in the program for successful head coaches. The other thing you might get is them raising their hand and saying, you know what, I might want to learn more about that. That's not why you're calling, but that might be one of the outcomes. And says that it is really the only way you ever get to sort of poll other programs in a way that they're honest is when you're simply just trying to get information from a head coaching hire standpoint.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people to call, but yeah, I mean.
It's what you should do. I mean, in all
50 to 75 calls, and do you want to go, hey?
In all seriousness, if I'm Scott Strickland and it goes bad.
Which my football?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm calling the top 30 coaches. I have 2 questions. Would you be interested in the job? If the answer is yes, okay, let's talk. And if the answer is no, all right, what would you say is the key to your success where you are? And if you were hiring today, who would you hire?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get some bullshit answers, pardon my language.
But you'll get a few.
But a few people will go, okay, well, here's what I would do.
Yeah, sure.
Who doesn't like to be asked about his or her success?
And you're taking notes and writing
Sure.
it down. And you
Absolutely. You want to talk to as many people as possible. It's why I sort of believe the Hunter Yurachek thing about he sat down with John Calipari and asked him questions. I mean, I kind of believe that. One of two things was going to happen. You either end up with him or he gives you a lot of insight on what's gone right, what's gone wrong in his career. I would do the exact same thing if I'm an AD. Interview as many people as you can.
Yeah, I do think the fact that Nate Oates wears a sports coat also gives him 10 more points on my rubric. There's no doubt about that. If that would be a tiebreaker for me.
I like his
if I can't buy. I know.
Yeah.
If you wear the jumpsuit, probably going to go. I just don't know.
Sure.
This is kind of one of those back when Joe Lee Dunn wouldn't wear socks with his loafers. I mean, it's just kind of one of those deals.
Nate's teams play hard as hell. I got no issue with his teams. You know what you're going to get. It's kind of like when you play Auburn. You know what you're going to get with Bruce.
Yeah. Now, Nate's team's got to have some shooters now.
Sure.
I mean,
it's part of college basketball.
It is.
Part of pro basketball.
Yeah.
You better be able to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah. I get it. I keep forgetting we have Texas and Oklahoma. Like now.
Yeah.
I mean, literally one more week of regular season without them.
Yeah. July 1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wrote about this in 10 Thoughts. I mean, I've got kind of a busy next 6 weeks or so. And I'll look up. It's going to be July. I'll be at SEC Media Days. I bought the plane ticket the other day to fly to Dallas.
Yeah.
And it'll be Texas and Oklahoma will be there.
It's exactly the right move, but I'm still struggling a little bit with the whole single elimination Hoover next. Baseball tournaments should not be single elimination. I get they don't matter.
It's admitting the quiet part.
It is, yes. Because a normal baseball tournament should never be single elimination.
Well, in a league where so both Texas and Oklahoma will make the tournament this year.
Yeah.
In a league where you have a tournament where 12 of the 16, 13 of the 16 should make it. You don't do the committee a favor by cutting it yourself.
Yes. No, it's the right move. It's not even.
It's going to suck, but it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Do not create a line of delineation between
Absolutely not. No. Hell no. No.
We're all in, but just like.
We're going to make you make these decisions.
Yeah.
Not doing it for you. Because if you cut it to 12, for example.
We didn't think highly enough of our last 4.
Yeah.
So why should you?
So team 13 that's got a bubbly resume, we're going to go ahead and cut them for you and give you a reason to cut them. Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't even make the conference tournament.
Yeah.
No.
No,
I mean, give credit to the league. Yeah. This is why I think the SEC is so well run. I'm convinced the SEC, I think the guy takes a day off here and there, but for the most part, I think they have a hand-raised guy in the room where that guy goes,
whoa.
Just play the whole thing.
Yeah.
16
I get
teams,
it.
4 rounds.
Stop.
Just do it. And by the way, do it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Nobody on Sunday. Let's just get this thing over with. So let everybody save their pitching so we can make runs in regionals.
Capiche. Go.
100%. I mean, like if you're the 7 seed next year, you're safely in the tournament. Your spot is probably locked in stone. Is it really going to matter if you play on Wednesday or Thursday in the SEC tournament? The answer is no. And now you can only lose 1 game in Hoover. As opposed to your scenario where you could have this kind of a problematic thing where you
lose too many.
Ole Miss goes 2-1. They lose tonight, go 2-1 in Baton Rouge, win on Tuesday, lose on Wednesday and Thursday, and you finish with these 2 losses. And now you got this thing.
And you're waiting.
Yeah. Screw that.
It's true. Screw that. Next partner is Athletic Greens. Take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Give it a try. Don't always get every vitamin, every mineral, everything in your diet you need to get. So let them help you out. Start taking it to just increase those things. Get that little extra boost that can help you no matter what it is you're trying to do. So much more than a greens powder. It's all of your key health products right there in one. It's great for recovery. I'm taking it right after a workout, right after a run, right before a run. Just feel a little better about your day, and it's a comprehensive health and the power of habit all built into one. You also can get a little help here to get your nutritional basis for the day Couldn't be easier. That's why I trust Athletic Greens. Mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water. Drink it first thing in the morning, whenever you want. Again, it's done. Less than $3 a day. It's a comprehensive solution is what you need for your supplement routine. AG1 is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs for your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/MPW. That's athleticgreens.com/MPW. Check it out.
We're also brought to you by John Edwards, Regency Travel Incorporated in Memphis. He's part of Virtuoso, a worldwide network of travel partners that allows him to supply his clients with added values, unique benefits simply not available to other travelers. Get in touch with John, give him some parameters, give him a budget, and he will come up with options that you probably won't be able to come up with. So 901-494-3387 or send him an email, jedwards@regencytravel.net. Oxford's newest Greek restaurant on the square, Opa, is the perfect place to plan your company dinner, your festive party event. They can accommodate up to 200 guests, fabulous food, great craft libations as well. For catering or booking information, contact Jeannie at 601-421-7147. If your company is looking to hire quality, hard-to-find candidates, a service specialist can help. Keep in mind that payment of service is solely contingent on if you decide to hire a candidate that they send. You have nothing to lose, so give Will, Sydney, or Kelsey a call at 601-573-9242 or check out their site, servicespecialistltd.com. Get the beautiful and healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. From routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign, Corinth Dental is here to help you achieve your smile goals. Schedule your appointment today and take the first step toward a better version of yourself. It's corinthdental.com. Are you a displaced corporate executive wanting to put your career in your own hands? Are you an experienced entrepreneur looking to diversify? Either way, Andy Ludicky can help. He owns multiple franchises and businesses. He uses his expertise to help others find their American dream through a very thorough and free consultation process. So call Andy. Put your life and your career in your own hands. It's 100% free. You've got nothing to lose. It's Andy at myperfectfranchise.net or 404-973-9901.
Podcast also brought to you by G&M Pharmacy, 662-236-2222. They deliver locally in the Oxford area, and they offer medicine. Free prescriptions the same day each month and take care of you. One trip to the pharmacy, one delivered. You have everything you need when you need it with G&M. Also, it's easy to transfer your medications. You make one phone call. They take care of the rest. Again, that is Tyson Drugs in Holly Springs or G&M Pharmacy in Oxford, 662-236-2222. Yeah, I was a little curious to see and I was trying to see if it has come out yet, and I don't see it right now. I was curious if D1 or anybody had done their projections for the week, if everybody was putting Ole Miss in this week just on the off chance they get 2 in Baton Rouge, because again, you can't get LSU there without a sweep. So that's kind of where I was sitting with that.
You think it's an off chance Ole Miss gets 2? I think it's kind of likely.
I give them a 40 to 45% chance.
Okay.
It's on the road, and LSU has the better pitcher.
Yeah.
So just analytically, the Tigers have a higher chance. Mentally, Ole Miss is in a better spot because you just need 2, not 3. LSU is going to be pressing somewhat because you need 3 games.
Yeah.
Which does matter.
And if you somehow steal Thursday, they might just go, hell with it. Where's the beer?
My guess is I think that if D1 has not done it, I think they'll put Ole Miss in from a projection today or tomorrow or whenever it is a thing. That's my guess.
I anticipate even if they only win 1 that we're having a debate about it. Because I think there's a debate to be had. Again, if you're 12-18 and you don't get in, you just can't scream at the top. You can't. You can.
But this is how this last weekend is so bubbly with this is the weirdest mid to bottom part of the league since probably 2011 when Arkansas won the West at 15-15. Again, Ole Miss went 13-17, got left out. But had they beaten Arkansas in either game of a doubleheader on the final day of the regular season, they would have gotten in and won the West.
Well, this is where me and a lot of others were wrong. I didn't think any team in the SEC would get to 20 wins.
Yeah.
Kentucky's already there.
Yeah.
Tennessee's going to get there. Arkansas needs to win 1 to get there. Well, that means let's say they all get to 20.
And A&M has 17.
Yeah. Of course, A&M and
They play Arkansas.
They'd have to sweep Arkansas.
Sure.
Yeah. But it's conceivable that Arkansas gets to 20 and A&M gets to 19.
Yes.
That's very conceivable. In fact, that's probably likely.
Yeah.
So you have to have the losses somewhere.
Yeah. Almost 33% of the conference is at 19 wins at that point. Yeah, because right here, Mark Etheridge, he's predicting what a team needs or where they are as it moves into the that mess there. Moves into the final weekend. He said he believes Ole Miss is 2 wins away from locking it up. Not even a question. Hoover doesn't matter.
I agree with him.
He believes Alabama is 1 win against Auburn from locking it up. They would get to 13 as well, he thinks, because they have an 11 RPI.
Their metrics are so good.
They're in.
Yeah.
Kentucky 2 wins away from clinching a share of the SEC title. They're a lock for a top 8 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee needs 1 win against Kentucky for the SEC title. They need to win 1 more game than Kentucky to win the SEC title. They're 1 back. Lock for a top 8 seed.
Yes.
Period. They're in. Arkansas, they need to win 1 more game than Kentucky for the SEC title. Lock for the top 8. Same as Tennessee.
Yes.
They're in. Auburn out. He believes State needs a series win against Missouri to host a regional. 1 out of 3 won't do it, but 2 will.
Yeah.
He says LSU needs to sweep Ole Miss for a regional, but then he does at least contend that 2 wins would mean winning games in Hoover and maybe, which would be Ole Miss's, in theory, situation 2 at that point.
Okay.
He says Florida needs 2 wins at Georgia for a regional berth.
Okay. Good luck.
That's not a guarantee.
Oh, no.
And he believes Vanderbilt needs 1 win at Kentucky for a regional berth.
If I'm Florida, Charlie Condon does not see a pitch this weekend. Not 1.
That'd be a good prop bet. Who sees more pitches, Caglianone or Condon?
I just know who would not see a pitch.
I'm not throwing to him.
You're walking.
And I'm just going to hold 4 up. We're not even going to do this crowd.
You're not seeing a pitch. 4. Put him on.
Because Ole Miss tried to walk him a couple times, and their pitcher left it out over the plate.
And he's aggressive.
Yeah.
Put his ass on base. We'll send out the escorts. We'll walk you down. Doesn't see a pitch.
They believe A&M is 2 wins away from a top 8.
Oh.
South Carolina is weird as hell. 1 win they need a win to even get in the field.
Yeah.
But
a sweep might put them in
a sweep would put them in a host.
Yeah.
Because you'd be sweeping. It's Tennessee, right?
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, at Tennessee.
Have fun.
And then Missouri's whatever.
Where's the beer?
Full respect. I mean, hey.
Missouri's in Starkville?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dugout's full of beer.
Enjoy the lounge, guys. Have a good time.
Yeah, whatever.
Go get some.
Not getting hurt today.
Ole Miss has played the second hardest conference schedule of all the 14 SEC teams, a .560 winning percentage for their opponents. That trails only Alabama at .579. Yeah. LSU, at the record they are, and their opponent winning percentage in the SEC is .472. So they have not played a hard schedule. They have the 9th hardest schedule despite the situation. A&M and Tennessee have played the easiest schedules. Now they don't get to play each other, so they don't play themselves. Yeah. So that plays some role in that. Vanderbilt very low on opponent winning percentage as well. One of the easier schedules inside the SEC at that point.
So he thinks if A&M takes 2 out of 3 from Arkansas, that the league gets 4 top 8 seeds. Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, A&M.
Yeah, no, HSC offer. I do not wear socks with loafers ever. I mean, like in the winter if I'm cold maybe, but like in general, no, never. Although Dead Sox no shows are good, but I don't. My feet don't really stink in that way. I don't need them. I don't wear socks. But that was a running thing back in the day. Is Joe Lee with socks and loafers, and some Ole Miss people frustrated in different ways. Yeah, that was a early '90s, '94, whatever year that was, trope a little bit. So yeah, I was alluding to something, not condemning you who do not wear or that wear the socks or not wear socks with the loafers at that point. So my bad. That's all there was to that. You watching Caitlin Clark's debut tonight?
It won't be appointment viewing, I don't think. But if I happen to be watching it, I'm good with it. Saw where one of her teammates is in Las Vegas playing for the Aces. You see what the Iowa women's coach retired yesterday?
Yeah, and they immediately elevated the assistant, who's been there as an assistant since 2000.
Yeah.
24 years as an assistant.
I mean, knows the program backwards and forwards.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I had one little quick thing.
Saw Gabby Marshall was at one of Caitlin's games wearing a Caitlin jersey.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
So you don't mean I did see. Hold on, where's it at? I've got one thing. I'm moving on, I promise, guys. Here we go. Yeah, tonight she opens up against the Connecticut Sun, and they sold out Mohegan Sun Arena. They're in Connecticut. The league is looking to double its $60 million TV rights deal when it ends in 2025. That would include salary raises, obviously. They have added charter flights for the entire league now. That has happened in the last couple of weeks because of these players and new players and her.
Reese and others,
Ticket sales are up 93% on average from last year to this point. And 36 of the Fever's 40 regular season games will air nationally. You know how many aired nationally last year?
Less than 36.
1.
Wow.
1. Was that automatic worst team drafts first, or was that ping pong balls? Because whatever it was, that worked out pretty damn well for the Indiana Fever.
Oh,
I mean,
godsend.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Whoa.
They go from being the what? The Indiana what?
Yeah.
To, I know who that is.
ESPN broadcasting.
I'm with Ginger. Is she not on the Olympic team? Put her on the Olympic team.
Oh, you didn't see this?
No.
They said you have to earn your.
For the love of God, she's earned it.
They said that there's a pay your dues thing for the team.
And she's paid your dues, her dues, their dues.
But what if she's not one of the best 12 players in the country right now?
I don't care.
You good?
To me, this is the no-brainer of no-brainers. Is Caitlin Clark on the U.S. Olympic team? I'm in the room going, yes.
We should really break down our analytics, though. And look,
give her the blue jersey with 22 on it. Put Clark on the back. Play. Done. What size does she wear? Which warm-up would she prefer to wear? We're good. And Angel Reese makes it too.
Yes.
Do whatever the hell you want with the rest of it. I don't care. They're on the team.
If you're on the bubble, that's your fault. You're off now.
They are on the team. Who can we market? Them. They're on.
Yeah, it seems like 50-50. There's been a lot of angst in that sport about what to do.
There'd be no angst.
If you were the czar, it would be a 2.5 second.
Yeah, the person that was like, well, you're fired. Get out. Or go get a coffee, but you're done for this meeting. They're on the team.
Yeah.
I got a chance to finally market a sport that nobody ever watched.
Yeah.
You don't half-ass market that.
No.
You go all the way in. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are on the team. The whole team. They're on the cover of the mag. Yes. Why would you steer away from it? Good God, something resonated. It's like you have a restaurant, right? And nothing ever works. Nothing ever works. And you try this dish, and suddenly there's a line out the door. Do you go, well, now that they're here, should we keep? No, they're there for that. Serve it. That's what they're there for. If people turn on the Fever game tonight, it's to watch Caitlin. So give them Caitlin.
It appears that Angel Reese is not even being considered.
Oh, that's stupid.
The Athletic has a story on who makes it for the 12 spots.
All right, name them. Let me see if I can even tell you if I've ever heard of them before.
Well, we're trying to win a tournament, Neal.
I don't give a shit about the tournament.
You're actually not trying to win a tournament, are you?
I don't care.
All right. It says the vets who they believe, I guess, maybe these aren't these aren't the locks, but the veterans, the older players.
Okay.
Dinah Taurasi or Brittany Griner. You know them both.
I know them both, and one of them's fine, and one of them was toxic, and I'd stay away from her.
The locks for the team are Asia Wilson.
Okay.
Brianna Stewart.
Okay.
Chelsea Gray.
I haven't heard of her, but okay.
Nafisa Collier.
I have no idea who that is.
Alyssa Thomas.
I've heard the name. Wouldn't recognize her if she walked into the room.
Those are the locks.
Okay.
And then in the fold for the 12 spots, Jewel Lloyd.
No.
Kelsey Plum.
No idea who that is.
She was actually the all-time leading scorer before Caitlin Clark. She was
great.
Okay.
Point proven.
Jackie Young.
No clue who that is.
And then they're in consideration, Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark.
I've heard of Aaliyah Boston.
They should both make it.
Again, you just proved my point. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are on that team.
Yeah, the Athletic did not even mention Angel Reese in the article.
That's stupid. I want little girls all over the country wearing Team USA jerseys with their names on it. Like you see all the pictures of the little girls in Indianapolis wearing the Caitlin Clark Indiana Fever jerseys.
Yeah.
If I'm at the Fever office, I'm like, we can't make enough of these.
Oh, no, all of them.
When someone goes, how many do we need? More? Just make more. I don't know. Whatever you think, and then add 2,000.
Yeah, because if you're USA Basketball, you go, hold on a minute. I get to do red, white, and blue jerseys with Clark on the back.
Yes.
It's not even an WNBA jersey. It's just an American jersey.
And Reese. Girls like Reese, too.
Yes, yeah. It just says Team
She's
USA.
She's got personality. She's attractive. All that stuff. Just do it. Don't be so stupid. Don't overthink. My God in heaven. Just do it. Caitlin Clark's not going to play on the U.S. Women's Olympic team? Why?
Yeah.
Well, she hasn't earned it. We have charter flights now because of her. Her team's on 36 national. Yes, she's making the team.
Yeah.
Well, she hasn't earned it. Yes, she has. You want to go back to flying Southwest?
Yeah.
What you want to do?
Yeah.
We've been begging to be relevant for so long, and suddenly we're instantaneously relevant. You're gonna spit at that?
I'm gonna tease this. Did you read the two things that they've somewhat considered as strong as it has gotten about how to fix the starting pitching issues in Major League Baseball? Have you read this?
No.
Have you not?
No, but I don't want to tease it. I know we don't have long, but give me enough so I can get it.
I gotta go to a break. I'll come back and have a whole segment on it.
Great.
I just wanted to see. I didn't know if you'd seen it.
I've not seen it.
Have you not?
No, I traveled all weekend.
You're gonna get frustrated.
I'm sure.
Podcast brought to you by Northeast Spark, NESPARC, service people across rural communities. 2 packages, the Ignite, the 100 Mbps, or the Blaze. That's their fastest option, the 1 gig option. Your hometown team bringing you world-class broadband. That's nespark.com, 662-238-3159. Phone service, parental controls, network security, and much more. So the best internet in Lafayette County. That's 662-238-3159.
Southern Traditions Farm is a 68-acre, 32-stall upscale equestrian training and boarding facility in Canton, Mississippi. 2 sand rings, a grass ring, miles of wooded trails. A whole lot offered at Southern Traditions. Horseback riding offerings from beginner lessons to advanced, competing in nationally recognized competitions. Also a great venue for events. So get in touch with them on Facebook or Instagram at Southern Traditions Farm. I'll have a mailbag up tomorrow at rebelgrove.com. It's brought to you by Art Hayes, Sotheby's International Realty. Are you thinking of making a move? Put the power of Sotheby's International Realty to work for you. As a licensed agent with Sotheby's and a supporter of all things Ole Miss, Art Hayes can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you. Seriously. So call and ask Art how. 612-805-5929 or email him at arthur.hayes@lakesmn.com.
Speaking of women's basketball, Marquisha Davis, the former Ole Miss player, debuting with the New York Liberty tonight, and in her first game after being a first-round pick there for the Liberty. Brianna Stewart, a teammate of hers, they were in the WNBA Finals last year. Speaking of that, so okay, here we go. You can read the full story. I'm trying to see who did it. Let's see, Ken Rosenthal and somebody else did the story. Jason Stark. Stark and Ken Rosenthal together on this story.
So 2 of the biggest names in all of baseball journalism.
That is correct. Talking about the loss of the starting pitcher as a valuable commodity in today's game. Percentage of games pitched with starting pitching going 6 or more innings. Okay.
Okay.
How many games happen where a starter goes 6 innings or more?
Okay.
In 1975, it was 70%.
Okay.
In 2020, it was 32%.
Frankly, surprised it's that high.
It's gone up a little bit to 38, 40, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
40%. Again, data, tons of stories.
I actually watched one of those rare games last night. Braves and the Cubs were, I think both starters went 6. Rodrigo Lopez and Shota Imanaga.
Yeah. So from that piece, 2 ideas. One, I couldn't hate more. One, I think I like.
Okay.
So here's the deal. The first one, strictly put a rule in, barring an injury, starter has to go 6 innings.
I don't like that.
You can't go to the bullpen before 6 innings without a noted injury.
No.
There's simplicity to it. Pitchers would train differently.
They would train differently.
They would change. You would fix some of the velocity, no command stuff that is happening right now.
You would.
You would completely find a rule that would alter what some people perceive as an issue because of injuries and whatnot.
You would also embarrass a lot of pitchers on a day when they just didn't have it.
Because the hitters are so good.
The hitters are so good. On a day where maybe a pitcher was off, maybe he had a little bit of a cold, maybe he didn't sleep well, maybe he just didn't feel right. And he's going out there and gritting through 4 or 5 innings for the team. You're going to make him go 6 and he gives up 17 earned runs?
Yeah, as I said here, you'd make you pace yourself a little bit.
You would. You wouldn't do the Paul Skeens thing from the other day.
I don't know.
101, 102, 101, 102. Dude, your elbow's not going to make it.
Yeah, there is no hold back, and it's go. And then this one that I don't hate. Implement what they're calling the double hook. Simple but effective, the Pulse says. If your starting pitcher leaves before the 5th inning,
okay,
you lose your designated hitter.
Okay.
It doesn't force you to keep a starter in, but it gives the manager a puzzle to solve while incentivizing longer starts. Completely like that one.
I like that one a lot more.
Because I like strategy now. Hey, I can pull him, but I got to.
Oh, it's one of the things I hate.
Can I get 2 more innings, 2 more outs out of him? Because if he gets 2 more outs, we're cool with the DH, and I can keep the lineup over here.
It's one of the things I loved about old National League Baseball.
Yeah. I hate the DH.
The pitcher spot's coming up. We got to figure this out. What do we do? All right, bases loaded. Nobody out, but it's the pitcher's up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth it if we put up a big crooked number here.
But dude strikes out, and we got a problem.
This dude strikes out. Next guy hits into a double play, and we lost our pitcher. We just lost the game.
Mm-hmm.
So in the playoffs, that was like strategy. Like, oh, boy, it's a big moment. Now it's just 1 through 9. Everybody's a basher. We just add another Kyle Schwarber to your lineup.
No, I hate the DH.
I do too.
I'm old man cloud, but I do. I want the National League.
I'm with you.
I'm not sure it wasn't one of the reasons why I liked the Braves back in the day. Even I don't know if I knew it because I was young enough to probably not be able to put it together. But I do wonder in some elements of my mind if that's why I went kind of Braves, Cubs over White Sox. Because I'm watching WGN TBS every day.
I like the double switches.
Yeah.
And the whole, just the strategy of it. You walk the 8-hole pitcher to get to the 9 guy and force the other manager to make a decision. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Do I take my pitcher out who's doing well or do I let him hit knowing he's a 112 hitter?
So I don't think I said this part earlier. Where's it at? Let's see. There are just 10 active Cy Young Award winners on current rosters. We talk about running backs, but talk about a starting pitching shelf life right now.
Yeah.
10 Cy Young Award winners on current rosters. Of those 10, 9 have been on the injured list this season. This season.
Yeah.
It's May 14th.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Again, did you watch any of Skeens the other day?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we turned it on.
I mean, he's immensely talented.
Oh, freak.
But you can't help but wonder if that's what he's going to do every 5th day. How long does he hold up? 102? Literally, it's 101.9. 100.9. 101.9. All these kind of numbers, just one after the other after the other. He didn't get out of the fifth. Stat.
And he was journalized. He ran out of
Sure.
juice. Yeah, the whole deal.
Sure. I mean, he was pumped. It was his major league debut. His girlfriend was there. I don't know if you saw that he's dating Livy Dunn.
I did see that, yes.
Were you aware?
Power couple. One a major league pitcher, one participated in the preliminaries of the gymnastics meet.
And one of the leading influencers in
no doubt
the world.
Yeah.
If you're Paul Skeens, do you keep the mustache or you shave it?
I'm good right now.
Yeah.
A couple of the other rules, no more than 11 pitchers on the roster.
Okay. They're just going to keep doing what they're doing now, though. They're going to do the shuttle. Every team's doing it. You got a bunch of guys at AAA. Really what you've done now is you've turned your AAA roster into a waiting room.
What about this one? And look, this is not new to baseball, but it's vague. It also, I don't know if we have a good enough definition to the pitch. Outlaw the sweeper.
Based on?
It's by far the pitch that's causing the most arm injuries.
Look, I get it. But now
I'm asking the question.
But now you're telling umpires, hey, you got to know what a sweeper is.
Which is impossible.
You got to be able to identify that in record time. Also, this tight zone, you got to get it. You're asking too much.
You are.
You know me, I'm never going to be pro umpire, but at some point you got to be the umpire's got to go, hey, I can't do all this. Everybody's throwing 100-something miles an hour, and I got to identify pitches too?
And it's essentially, the screwball went away because it was so hard to master and it was so hard on your arm. But the sweeper's not that hard to master.
Right.
So they can throw
but it's brutal on the arm.
Yeah, you're just torquing the hell out of it.
Yeah.
So those are ideas.
Yeah.
I like the double hook.
Of all the things you said, that's the one that I like. I don't like the first one, making them go 6. That's not right.
It just takes.
That's going to be the guy that now he's going to be reluctant to tell his manager, I felt something in my oblique. Hey, my hamstring tightened up.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to push through it. Now he's going to get hurt because he's trying to get 2-6.
Yeah, sure. Boston goes up 3-1 last night on the Cavs, 109-102. They're in Cleveland. LeBron sitting courtside last night for the.
Donovan Mitchell did not play, correct?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I saw nothing but LeBron from that game. So they're up 3-1, 2-2 there. Oklahoma City and Dallas headed back to Oklahoma City. And then tonight, Pacers-Knicks for Game 5, tied 2-2.
Yep.
It's close. Nothing else.
Knicks are so beat up.
And then Minnesota and Denver, 2-2. Back in Denver, the road team has won all 4 games to this point. So,
Jokic played like an MVP in Game 4.
He was very good.
Yes.
He was very good.
Fair to say.
He was very good.
That he's a very good basketball player.
Dynamite drop in. He was very good. Luka was hobbled and not very good last night. 18. Missed that free throw late that would have tied it.
Yeah.
I know you didn't watch, but
I was asleep.
He was bad.
I actually woke up to Carson clapping and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mentioned it yesterday. The Panthers up 3-1 on Boston in the hockey. And then again, we get that what's been a pretty hostile series so far. Game 4 in Edmonton between the Canucks and the Oilers tonight.
What time's that game?
Game is at 8:30. Neal. 6 is the other game.
What's up with all the late stuff? I'm
old man yelling. They want to put them lined up.
Yeah, of course it's out there, so it's 6:30 out there. It makes sense.
Yeah.
While they're playing the Mavericks Thunder series, every game starting so damn late is beyond.
Yeah, that hasn't. It's Central Time Zone teams.
I mean, tomorrow it's 8:30, but it's not even 8:30. It's like 8:40 something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I left it. The Mavs were up like 12 when I went to bed, and then obviously I woke up and saw the score. But they were up 10 at the end of the third quarter ish. So
were they?
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't see that. Holy shit, I would have been.
What?
I would have been very frustrated.
Would you? Early on, I mean, it looked like, oh God, Dallas is about to run them out of this bitch. Like it was. They were getting any shot they wanted offensively, and it was like, oh, you're. And then SGA took over.
Yeah, Carson came in at one point, and I was asleep, and I heard him come in, and I looked at my phone, and they were down 11. and I just fell back asleep. I just did not feel good.
At the half, the Mavs were up 9. Actually, at the end of the third, they were only up 3. They were only up 3 at the end of the third.
Okay.
Sorry, they had cut it a little more than I thought they had at that point. So,
I mean, I didn't see the game, but obviously, just listening to the commentary about the lead they had, if Dallas doesn't win the series, that'll be the game they look back on. And if the Thunder go on and do something, that'll be the night that they grew up.
Josh Giddey 2 of 8 from the field last night. Holmgren 6 of 9, 18 points.
What did Wiggins do?
2 of 7, 13 minutes, 6 points, 1 board, 1 turnover.
What about Kenrich Williams off the bench?
8 points. Oh, sorry, 8 minutes. I apologize. 0 for 1, 0 for 1, 2 boards.
Okay.
1 assist, no turnover, 1 foul. Yeah. They defended Luka really well last night. They did do that.
Well, that was the reason I gave them a chance in the series at all, was because they have 3 very, very good perimeter defenders. The one that no one talks about is Cason Wallace. I think Cason Wallace should start instead of Giddey, and won't be surprised if next year he does.
Luka played 42 minutes and went 6 of 20 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3, missed 2 free throws, and scored 18 points.
So they made him work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kyrie 4 for 11. I mean, it's fine, but nothing. So, yeah.
What PJ Washington get, since he's been the one that's kept
41 minutes, 7 of 19 from the field, 5 of 11 from 3 for 21 points.
What a series he's had.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Dude averaged 12 points this year.
He averages 12 right now. So, yeah. Game 5 on the 15th, so tomorrow night there for Game 5 back in Oklahoma City.
Game 7, by the way, Monday.
Oh.
Probably while I'm in the air somewhere, which would be just as well.
Yeah, that's good. That's a benefit.
I'll just take some dope and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Not that dope, but like NyQuil dope.
Yeah. All right, Ole Miss, Southern Miss, 6 o'clock tonight, Pete Taylor Park there in Hattiesburg. Grayson Saunier with the ball for the Rebels. It's up to you whether you think it's important or not. We'll have coverage at rebelgrove.com.
It's not unimportant.
No, I mean, a win's a win's a win. It's a top 50 RPI game on the road.
It's not the end of the world if you lose,
No,
but it'd be nice to win.
It probably is the difference between 20 and 22 in the RPI, which every little point matters.
Oh, look, if your resume
every perception point matters.
If your resume is going to be this cloudy.
And I'd really like to, if you're Ole Miss, you really would like to get to 30 wins.
Yeah.
Just for
metrics.
Perception.
Just the way it looks.
30 looks different than 29.
Sure, absolutely.
Plus, Mike has won 30 games in every season except last year. They've already eclipsed last year's totals.
Yeah. They were bad last year.
Yeah. So, all right. We'll talk to you tomorrow. In the meantime, take care. Have a good day. Stay safe. Talk to you then.